Hello, Xin Chao Kakban, etc., and welcome back to Exile 3. We're here in Tevrono, and in the last episode, the commander here told us to go talk to a flying mage who lives in the mountains. But before we do that, how about we drop some of this junk we're carrying? No, don't give it, drop it. So why the Vietnamese? Well, earlier today I had some pho, which is not really anything very notable, but for the first time I had some choy sum in it. Choy sum is a Chinese green vegetable. It's sort of similar to Chinese broccoli, if you're familiar with that. Incidentally, baby broccoli or broccolini that you may see in grocery stores these days is actually a cross between broccoli and Chinese broccoli. Anyway, I had some choy sum in it for the first time, and I thought it was a pretty good combination. Usually choy sum is stir-fried with garlic and oyster sauce. It has a little bit of a sulfury smell to it because of the amino acids in it, I think. And oyster sauce gives it a little bit of a meaty flavor, which balances that out. But instead of that, you can just put it in pho, which is a beef broth. Pho is a Vietnamese noodle soup with rice noodles and beef in a beef broth. And it works pretty well, and it also goes well with the chili oil that you can add to that. So, not really a very epic story, but that's okay because we've finished dropping our junk, and it's time to get going. We want to head southeast, find some mountains. Here we are. Use our Orb of Thralny. Wait till we land because landing in mountains is instant death. And here's a clearing. Nice clearing. Home of Zalifar. Okay. Bash down a door. Search for hidden passages. Okay. Anything in your bookshelves? Okay. So it's a wizard hermit, and for once he seems happy to see us. So you're Zalifar, and you see some troubles. The golems, yes, the golems. But he wants some assistance first. Oh, something about that drake that we already killed? Well, how convenient. The spire is northwest of Tevrono, magically hidden, and there's some stone circles, huh? So there's 4 stone circles, and he marks them on our map. Yes, these white circles were not on our map before, he just marked them for us right now, obviously. So we can go check those out. One of them can't be reached by flying. Maybe there's a tunnel. Oh, and anything else? You have a recipe. Resurrection Balm. Excellent. But that doesn't necessarily help us. We do have Raise Dead, which requires Resurrection Balm, so we've only now been able to cast it. We've only become able to cast this now that we have the recipe for Resurrection Balm, I should say. But if you look here, you can see raising a PC reduces their stats. So we really, really want to avoid that. Losing stats is well, it's not good. Not good at all. But if we have an emergency later on, maybe we can do that. We'll try to avoid it. Sign says there's golems to the north. Well, okay. So we want to go north, a little bit west. Find this first spire. Anything here? Anything Here? Okay. A grove that's blasted by flame. Interesting. Save up. Here's some barriers. Well, golems are really no joke, so we want to be fully buffed up for this. That means major blessing. Bless party. We need to end combat for a dispel barrier. Now, does anybody have a ring of resistance? You have a ring of warmth. You have a ring of protection, which gives you 5 defense. Let's just get another bless party. And did we have something that protects people? Okay, yes, resist magic. Let's cast that on Sig and also Zetha. So now it should be safe for them to come in here. It shouldn't be possible for them to die in a single turn. And let's just do another major haste for good measure. Okay. They just moved up. They didn't breathe on us, which is nice. This is a little bit dangerous. We're moving everybody in. Slow group. Okay. Hopefully that'll prevent that'll prevent somebody from dying in a single turn. It may or may not, but hopefully it will. And death arrows. Okay, so the slow group prevented them from being able to do anything that turn, which gives us a great opportunity to take out some more of them. Death arrows is pretty appropriate here, I think. And why not another one? There we go. Maybe a kill spell. See if we can take out one. There we go. You can see they can deal quite a bit of damage. We don't have a lot of elemental resistance, and up until now we've only been fighting enemies that do physical damage. So that's been pretty easy because we've had good armor, and Blessing also reduces the physical damage you take, but it doesn't protect you from fire. So that's fine. We've about cleared everything out here. Take out the power crystal. Or not. There we go. One last burst of energy goes up into the air. We're not sure where it goes. And we're not sure what that did. But it probably did something. You have some enemies, break their stuff. It might hurt them somehow. That's sort of the principle that was taken during World War II. People did strategic bombing of cities. But, you know, personally, in my opinion, the actual effectiveness, certainly the efficiency, but probably the effectiveness too, is kind of questionable. Cities, you know, long term, you need cities, people need places to live, but well, I'm a little bit skeptical of the effectiveness of strategic bombing in World War II, to be honest. I think that the main targets would have been chemical plants, power plants. Oh, some Empire deserters. They think we're an easy target. Yeah, that's cute. We'll see about that. Major blessing. Slow group. Stand ready. Bless party. Curse all. Like you need ammonia plants and then other plants to turn that into nitrates to make explosives, or rather nitric acid. You make ammonia and then you oxidize that to make nitric acid, and then you use that to make explosives. And you need chemical plants for all of these stages. Of course, in World War II, they tried to do high altitude bombing of some chemical plants, but it didn't work very well. They didn't have guided bombs, and high altitude bombing is really quite inaccurate. But I think dive bombing probably would have been effective. Yeah. But yeah, just breaking something doesn't necessarily work all that well. I think you need to be a little bit more precise. So we took out this eastern spire, or stone circle. They're called spires in the map, but the wizard said they were stone circles. So now we're looking for this southern one, and we've ended up in this swamp area, apparently. So that means we've gone too far. Okay. It's a little bit of a maze. Okay, here we go. Huge stone circle. Glows with an eerie light. Well, let's heal up, of course. Revive all. Save. Buff everybody. Major blessing. Bless party. And then we need to dispel barrier. Dispel. So let's just take a peek. Okay, blade golems. They're not even really a threat. We're well protected against any physical damage, so it should not be a problem. We might as well cast a Curse All, though, just for good measure. And another one. And why not a slow group, maybe with our other mage. More spell points. There we go. They don't even get a turn. We're doing lots of damage. Move everybody up. And hit stuff. Yep. Sorry if my commentary's a little bit lacking, but you know, it's actually quite hard to talk about something by yourself for, 20 plus minutes without having a script or something. People give speeches, they write a script ahead of time, they practice. And if you look at a lot of popular Let's Players, well, they play with the sound on, and there's a lot of dialogue in the games they play. Sometimes it's just text, but they can read the text aloud. And here's another power crystal destroyed. Excellent. No golem crystals for us, but the enemies were easy, so that's okay. Yeah, most of the time, Let's Players, they're playing something with a lot of sound. They spend the majority of their time not saying anything. They just provide occasional commentary, and they're playing the game, of course. If you look at StarCraft commentators, it's pretty common for people to be paired, for there to be two commentators. So one person commentates, the other person takes a break, rests their vocal cords, and thinks about something to talk about. And of course, they're not even playing the game. They're just commentating. Well, Okay, here's some professional Empire soldiers from Tevrono. Alright, and we're headed over here. We can see on the map that we want to come in from the north. That's the shortest path. If we didn't have this map, we might be stuck trying to fly in from over here. Well, let's just let's see what happens. Oh, we're all dead. Yep, land in the mountains, instant death. Good thing we have this map, huh? So, over Thralny. Here we are. Of course, yeah, StarCraft is a very demanding game to play. More demanding than this. If only because it's real time, and this is obviously turn-based. So you can take as long as you want. I'm trying to not do that, of course. I don't want to waste the time of all you good viewers. And dispel barrier, of course. Take a peek. Ice golems. Okay, they do have a breath attack. So I'm actually going to hang back for a little bit. Bless party. Wait. I'm going to hang back and cast... what was it? Resist magic. Okay. Resist magic on you and you. There we go. Now it should be safe for them to come out. It shouldn't be possible for them to die in a single turn. They have 250 HP, which is the max, and magic resistance, which protects against elemental damage. Everybody else can just hide while they tank the damage. And wasn't even a problem. We'll just keep them fully healed up. I don't know if we actually needed a revive there, but why not? It's only a few spell points. Now we can see they're really starting to bring a lot of damage. If we didn't have that magic resistance, Zetha might actually have died in that single turn. Heal up again. Maybe cast a major haste. Give everybody a few more action points. Did I get the timing on that just wrong? I think that I did. Good job. Bless party again. And you know what? Let's bring everybody out here. Why did I bring him out? He doesn't have any spell points. Let's bring you out and cast Slow Group. I should have healed up too, but at this point we're doing okay. Just revive all, I guess. Maybe you can cast a Death Arrows. Are there enough targets? No, there are not enough targets to justify that. And another one. And it's still alive. Great. Now we can just go for the power crystal. It's the only thing left. Well, maybe we should scry it while we're here. Let's do a scry monster. H is the shortcut. Oh, anti-magic field, of course. Okay. Whatever. It creates anti-magic fields, and you just can't see it because its graphic covers up the field. So, there's one more crystal down. Let's pick up the gems. We can sell those later. They're worth 100 each, and I believe we get half of that when we sell stuff. Okay. We are getting a bit low on spell points now, though. So we may need to rest up at some point. We land, and we're right here. We can take a look at this other spire here, I guess. What happens if we try to fly to it? We can't get to it at all. Yep. So the central tower is supposed to be in the center of the 4 spires or stone circles, whichever they are. So if we look at our mini map, it should be right here. We have a bit of a maze with all the trees and so on, but we should be able to make a way towards it. Do we try and sneak past? No. Why would we sneak past a bunch of blade golems? That's just ridiculous. It's easy experience. Major blessing. Slow group. Bless party. Curse all. Stand ready. Okay. There we go. And just hit stuff. This may take a little while. Can we get off any good firestorms? I don't know. This is just to get some experience for our mages. Well, I took out some. Good enough. And now we just hit stuff until it dies. Even our mages can take out these guys with enough buffs and curses on the enemies. But don't worry, things will get harder. And some food. Why is there food? Who knows? Now what? Let's just save here and attack. More blade golems. Well, not a problem. We can deal with them very efficiently from a spell point perspective. Major blessing, bless party, curse all. You're out of spell points. That's a good firestorm target. It's too bad that we're out of spell points, but oh well. We can rest up after this, I guess. Our mages aren't doing too bad from an experience standpoint. They're level 30, 27. They are a little bit behind, but not too much. Maybe we can get some of them to just melee. Here, melee. Good job. You took out one. And that's about it. Can we get another kill for our mages? We can. Okay. And that's done. Just rest up. And here's a huge clearing, scarred by fireballs. We can see that it's a place where many golems have come through. They've trampled down all of the grass and so on. And if we focus and concentrate, we can just manage to make out an enormous tower. There's some kind of There's some kind of magic that prevents you from paying attention to it. Like a somebody else's problem spell. Alright. And here we are. This is probably going to take a while. This is probably the hardest dungeon in the game. So I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.